Hi there, this is Emily Baggery, and I'm going to do a quick screencast on how I looked at 21st century skills in my practice. So to begin with, I used mindmeister.com because that's how my brain works. I made a mind map. I started with Dr. Tony Wagner's 7 skills students need in 21st century. But then I decided I preferred to use the learning activity rubrics, the skills identified in the ITL research. I unpacked these skills and recorded ideas of where I saw these in my own practice. Where was I going to begin? What do these look like in my practice? So this is my MindMeister mind map. As you can see, I have unpacked all of the different areas, all of the 21st century skills identified in the ITL research. I have highlighted in red what I felt were perhaps areas I wanted to focus on as I went. If I zoom in on one of these, you can see the way I've unpacked it is first identifying the skills required and then trying to see where these skills or what this looks like in my own practice. As I came across things that perhaps I might need to work on, I put little red flags, and the aim of that was just to see how many of these things came up with red flags. Where did I feel I needed to be challenged? Where did I feel I needed to develop more in my practice? I think the end result that had the most red flags was perhaps this real world problem solving. I found I could see a pattern emerge as I unpacked each area. Collaboration called for authentic contexts. Knowledge construction a call for application of knowledge in new contexts. Real-world problem-solving called for innovative solutions. Use of ICT called for authentic users and audiences. Self-regulation called for long-term and future-focused thinking. And skill communication was meant to be designed for a particular audience. In each case, these skills are being thought about and included to some degree in my practice. But when I came to look at the rubrics for learning, I found that I just fell short of the final tier in most cases. This, I feel, was due to the lack of authentic contexts and innovative problem-solving opportunities I provided for my students. Sure, I have addressed the need to use ICT for learning and to develop skill communication and self-regulation. I even hope to provide opportunities to collaborate and to extract knowledge throughout the curriculum. But what I realize is even though I constantly show and tell my students where they might one day use these skills, I simply am not providing enough chances for them to do it right here, right now, in authentic ways. It might sound like I'm being a bit hard on myself, and it's not like I wasn't able to find some examples of real-world problem solving in my practice, but when I see the emphasis on it, not just in one, but in all domains, I'm challenged to reach the highest tiers in these rubrics, of which innovation, authentic context, and real-world application is key. We talk enough about teaching our students audience awareness, but how can they really understand what this looks like if their audience is only ever their peers and their teachers? So this has raised a few questions. What does real-world problem solving look like in the year level I teach, the year level below the one I teach, the one above where I teach? How do I bring this in across the curriculum? How do I ensure I have enough time to do it effectively? Hopefully, through this, I will find that this bringing in real-world problem solving becomes second nature through my focus. Thanks for watching.